Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Mama Sadam. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Mama Sadam, and today I will present my final project for the error analysis course. This video is created to fulfill the requirement for passing this course. The topic of my presentation is error analysis on EFL learners pronunciation and grammar. In this presentation, I will analyze the error found in an EFL learner's speech from a video, classify them, explain their sources and causes, evaluate their seriousness, and propose strategies for remediation. So, not to waste time, let's begin. So the next is table of content. This is about what I will explain in this presentation. So the first is of course introduction about this analysis, and the second is classifying error. The third is explaining errors, and the fourth causes of error, and the fifth is evaluating the errors, and the sixth is remediation, and the last is conclusion. So the first one is introduction. So the main objective of this analysis is to understanding the types of errors that a learner make and reason behind them. By identifying and classifying these errors, we can effective strategies to help learners improve their language skills, right? So the next is about classifying error based on pronunciations. So first, let's look at pronunciation error. These are error in the way word are pronounced. For example, the first word is student was pronounced as student, which replaced the correct phonetic sounds student with student. And the next is the word healthy was pronounced as healthy, changing the correct vowel sound healthy to healthy. And lastly, the word stomach was pronounced stomach edge was pronounced as stomach, where an extra sound was added to stomach. This error can affect communication, specifically when the incorrect pronunciation leads to misunderstanding. So the next is classifying error based on grammatical error. Next, we have grammatical error, which involve issue with sentence structure or verb usage. For example, she handled her tasks very well, where the verb ending s is missing. And the second is I maintain my health regularly, where maintain should be maintained. This error show a lack of mastery in verb form and tense, which are crucial for construction meaningful sentences. So the next is classifying error based on word choices. So now let's discuss word choices error. This occur when incorrect words are selected. For example, important was replaced important. We change the meaning entirely, right? So the second is help was substituted with hurt, causing confusion in context. This error often stem from limited vocabulary or misunderstanding of the word's meaning. So the next is explaining error based on sources. Moving to the sources of this error, the first is interference. This happen when learners apply rules or sound from their native language, such as consume, pronounced as consume. And the second is over generalization. An example is stomach as becoming stomach, where learner extend English rule incorrectly. So the last is performance errors. Temporary mistake caused by fatigue or confusions, such as answer pronounced as answer. And then the next is additional sources of error. So the next is marker of traditional competence. Error that occur naturally as learners progress, like becoming crit. Mm. So communication and assimilation strategies. When learners use incomplete language skill to express themselves, such as important replaced with imported, teacher increase error. This arise from unclear instruction or model provided during teaching. And the next is causes of error. The causes of this error are overgeneralization, and then incomplete application of rules and false concept hypothesis, and ignorance of rule restrictions. So the first is overgeneralization, misapplying language rules like she consumes vegetable every day, and incomplete application of rules. For instance, he had a stomach ache. Instead, he has a stomach ache. Next is false concept hypothesis. Misinterpreting language rules such as he heard well. Instead, he is healthy. Ignorance of rule restrictions, not knowing the limitation of grammar rules. So the next is evaluating the errors. So errors can be categorized as a global or local. Global error, such as important becoming important, disrupt communication significantly, right? And then local errors like healthy pronouns as healthy are less disruptive but still need correction. Right? And so, yeah, understanding the seriousness of error help prioritize feedback during teaching. So the next is remediation strategies. Finally, let's discuss how to address this error. The first is phonological drills, and repeating problematic sounds like st and er. And the second is immediate feedback. Correcting errors are they occur to reinforce correct usage. And the third is audio modeling. Using native speaker recording to guide pronunciation. So the next is shadowing exercise. Mimicking a native speaker to improve fluency. Mimicking a native speaker to improve fluency. So the last is grammar focus. Practicing forms and tense through target exercise. So yeah, from this presentation, we can sum up this analysis highlight common errors EFL learners face and their causes by addressing frequent and significant errors through target strategies, so we can improve learner language skill and confidence. So thank you for your attention, and I hope this presentation has been insightful. So that's the end of my presentation. If you have any question, you can uh, write on comment section. So thank you. See you next time. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.